I'm so sorry about that. My camera fell and it cut off. So I was getting ready to get that stick out. See if I can start putting the frames in. There's a lot of fanning going on. So I feel good. There's a queen in the box. Since most of them went in the box, there's not really going to be a march. Even the girls in the back are announcing where their new home is. That was really cool to see the bees come out, hang out in the field for a minute, and then make their way over to this tree and start collecting, start forming the ball on the tree. All right. Let me see if I can do the tripod thing again without knocking you down. I think that looks good. Little bucket thing keeps coming loose there. I may need to find a way to tighten that up real good. Alright, let me put some frames in and see if I can get the lid partially on. More frames in, then they can get up off that bottom. There's more room for them to gather on. Just don't want to squish any as they're announcing where their new home is. I was actually going to get in these hives tomorrow and do a split. The one that swarmed is my biggest hive right now, the biggest population, and that was the one I was figuring was going to swarm, or at least have some queen cells. And I guess today was the day to go ahead and swarm on out. This time I'm giving them 3 drawn combs instead of 2. We'll get in that hive tomorrow. I'll show you what's going on. I got in it on Monday this week. A couple ants got in there. I'm sure they're freaking out. My son come out to visit me, so he put a bee suit on and we got in that hive. and there was no brood at all, and that would have been day number 9. So I'm thinking that they must have ended up with a virgin queen in that one. Some of the girls, while I was in the hive, were up on the lip doing fanning like that. So I'm thinking that that had a virgin queen in it, and she was out on her flight like right at that moment. At least it kind of makes sense, but so I'll put a empty frame and then the honey frame. It's a medium instead of a deep. It's a deep box, but oh goodness. Well, I am sorry about that again. This just is not working that well. This ground is not even. Hopefully that'll work. I'll put the rest of the frames in and then we'll let them settle in. Yeah, that swarm catch felt a lot better than that first one I did. It was like 2 weeks ago. Oh my gosh. That was horrible. I should have had the box there in the first place. My thinking on that first swarm was that they would all be in that little basket thing, and I would just carry them over to where they're going to be and just dump them in there. And then there'd be no confusion and no lost foragers, nothing like that. But that didn't work out quite like I thought it would. Guess I grabbed one extra frame. Alright. 2 girls back here. Come on. There we go. Get it a little bit dark for them. All right, I won't bore you much longer here. But before we go, we'll go look at the other hives, see what's going on over there, and then tomorrow I'm actually going to get into them. My daughter's visiting me right now. She brought my granddaughter, and I wasn't planning on getting in the bees today, but this swarm, I didn't want to risk it overnight. I just love that. I love that fanning. All right, let's go check the other ones out. Now, hive number 1 is the one that I think swarmed 2 weeks ago. When I got in it last weekend, there was no brood at all. 0. So I don't know, I'll see how it is this weekend, tomorrow, and just go from there. But there's some activity, but this used to be my busiest hive. Now this one is the swarm. It had 0 brood as of Monday, which would have been day 9 of them being in this box after they swarmed. So I'm getting in this one tomorrow, And if I don't see any kind of brood at all, then I'm going to give them a frame of eggs from somebody else. This is the one that I think just swarmed just a couple hours ago. This is the one that I think is going to, well, I thought it was going to give me some good honey this year, because they were filling that top box there. That's a deep with 2 mediums. This one was the Nuke. It was a 5/5 deep. I don't know what's up with the entrance there. Kind of pulled out a little bit. But this was the Nuke, and it had brood. So this one's a dead out, and I'm just kind of storing some equipment in it right now. And this is my last one that's alive. Look at that, a lot of pollen coming in. Quite a bit coming in. All right. And that was a dead out that looks like it's finally getting robbed out. I left a little bit of honey in it. Let them clean it out so I can use that comb. So, all right, well, let's go take one last look at the swarm. Oh goodness. Just realized there's a few more up here in the tree. Why did I think one good shake would work? It never works. All right, let me pause you and get you set up so we can do this again. All right, the ground looks level right here. Back this lid off a little. Trying not to step all over my flowers. This time I will hold it. See if they'll settle on the bucket or container. I don't know what it's really called. My fan's twisted up again. There we go. I just find the honeybee absolutely amazing. Amazing little creatures. Of course, I like the deer too. The babies should be coming any day now. Probably within 3 or 4 days, we should start seeing the babies. Let me give them an entrance reducer too. Gone. I think I can get you closer for that. Gonna scoot the entrance reducer in, see if that might help everything be calm. There we go. And of course they're still up on the tree, so let me shake the tree. Well, shake it, or it's just like a golf ball size. A little teeny. All right, so I think I'm just gonna doggone it. Force the tree again. I didn't move the camera, I should have, but I just shook the tree there. This is where they're trying to congregate right here. Fanning. Alright, I'm just going to let these girls sit here till dark. I'll scoot the lid up on them a little more, of course. At dark, I'll take them to their permanent location and then leave them there. I'll probably give them at least 2 weeks before I check in on them. So, alright. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.